This is the most embarrassed I've ever been in my life, but it's also the safest I've ever felt.
Oh, so glad you made it. I'm so glad you could come back. Somebody get the tacos. Somebody spark the blood. Let's start the knuckles off at episode 1. Bring the gin, got the juice. Bring the sin, got that too. Won't you shut up? No, you're my favorite. You're mine.
Today, we're out in Loxahatchee with Holly Shaw, and she has a bee farm.
Tell me about this suit you about to put on.
Michael Jackson,
for a kid.
reincarnated.
So this is a ventilated jacket. It's supposed to be a little cooler.
Okay, Yeezy season.
And then we're gonna light the smoker because this is gonna calm the bees down. There's a couple of theories about what it does. One of the things it does do is it covers up alarm pheromone. The bees communicate a lot through pheromones. Okay. They know the queen is in the hive because there's a queen pheromone that only the queen produces. And they're happy campers when they have queen pheromone in the hive. That means everything's running as it should. They also produce alarm pheromone when they start stinging to alert the other bees to come rally around them. And this helps to cover that. This is a small queen, but that's definitely a queen.
It kind of looks like a cockroach.
You see how she's bigger and she has a torpedo-shaped body?
Yeah.
And the thorax on her is bald. So that is a queen. When the queen hatches, she's virgin. And after she hardens up and matures for a couple days, she'll go out on 1 or 2 mating flights, and they'll mate with 15 to 40 drones by the other worker bees. And they go out in the daytime. If they find a queen, they mate and they don't return. In the winter, especially up north, maybe not so much here, in the winter, most of the drones are kicked out because they're just
taking up space.
Yeah, they don't do any work in the hive, so it's not really good to have them.
They remedial drones. They remedial.
I know 7 guys that get kicked out every November for the same thing. Every year.
I smoked them pretty good. They're all.
Yeah, they're eating.
They're all zapped.
They got munchies,
But
y'all.
you see, this hive is not running around like the other hive is.
You
So
smoke
these
them
guys-
out, they just want to eat honey.
Queen cell in here.
They're doing work in
Yeah,
that
they're
one.
doing numbers over there.
Yeah.
This gang is well
His
operated.
Instagram page is fly right now.
It was like O-Block when Takashi was there.
But you
I only get one time, one shot.
Yeah, and then he
shot.
dies. And then he dies.
If you gotta go though. Hey,
I guess
don't know,
why
man.
not go?
like that.
Y'all, the male bees need to step their game up. Seriously, like
Well,
this
if
is
they
just
did
like,
some work, it might not be so bad.
yeah, it's like insane. That was like a fan in a computer.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let's get the sound from the mic.
Yeah.
Thing's got a dual core.
That's
But you see, they're not as scary as you always hear about.
No, they're chilling
These
right
bees are all going about their job.
Yeah, they
I
mind
haven't
their
bumped
business.
them or
now. Even
knocked
when you
them.
just like lift it up, they're not even worried.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm just.
But I do know that after you smoke them, most of the bees in the hive are concerned with
eating honey. And you know that from experience.
Yeah. When there's a fire.
Ain't no Google around here, fam.
don't swat. If
I didn't swat.
If you're getting intimidated, back up, and they'll go away from you. Just back up and go.
So, what's the percentage of plants that bees are responsible for pollinating?
About 60% of what we eat, what you buy in the store, is dependent on bees to pollinate. All right, so as far as making honey, the bees have to make about 1 million visits, which usually means about 1 million flowers, to get 1 tablespoon of honey.
Oh my goodness.
What they do is they collect the nectar, and it takes all those visits, and they have to dehydrate it. They dehydrate it down to about 18% water. So you can imagine it takes a hell of a lot of flowers to get all that nectar dehydrated into 1 tablespoon of honey. And then, of course, there's a lot of new pesticides that are out and about, and they have done studies and they have determined that some of the pesticides are having an abnormal effect on the bees. And
stirring
the
up their
University of
pheromones.
Texas did a whole bunch of studies with bees, and they found out that a lot of the things that we not only treat the bees with for diseases, but also the pesticides are shortening the life. It used to be you could have a queen live for up to 5 years.
Wow.
Very rare nowadays to see one over 3 years old.
Wow.
And And now you should be able to take
Says
it,
the guy with the
flip it either way. Only part is don't flip that one. It's a loose hive.
Okay, I won't flip it.
Just don't put your finger on a bee.
Oh my god.
So here where my fingers are at the bottom, come put one on each side, thumb and yeah.
Oh god.
Okay.
Now you
Now.
now just relax, man.
Hi.
Relax.
You're doing it, man.
I'm not into this at all. With just
Wax.
wax.
They secrete wax from between. You see the little bands on them?
Uh huh.
Underneath they have these little glands and they secrete. Ooh, that one's
both
almost all
sides.
capped.
One more phone. All right, we're about to go get some honey off this bad boy. It's gonna be lit. Let's see.
Is you really only want to scrape the capped honey because it's the only thing that's been reduced to the proper thickness. And what I do is I just
wow.
come here. Okay, so that's the day in the life of a beekeeper. Checking out my hives, making sure they're queen right, they have what they need, checking the resources, and if we have enough, we harvest a little honey. And thank you for being here and learning about bees. And if you see a bee, they're your friends, not your enemies. Walk away and they won't bother you.
That's right. Be real.
Thank you, and we're off. The Upper Room Podcast, top locales, and more importantly, FLAVAR Network. Look for us soon.
Be safe, y'all.